Hello, welcome to a new video. Today I'm doing something a little bit different and I'm doing a planner setup. So I don't do a planner or a journal the way most people do because quite frankly I am not creative enough. I need all the stuff already done for me and then I can just make it look a little bit pretty with stickers and washi tape. So I thought I would go through because I get the Little Inkling Designs fully booked planner every year. This is my third year getting it and honestly I don't think I could go back to any other planner. This one has everything in it that I need. There are some little bits, as you'll see, that I don't tend to use, but overall this is so worth my money and I highly recommend it if it has all the bits in it that you want, that you don't want to do yourself. I love watching other people's planner and journal videos. Rachel Kerris does her own journal and she does like everything. So does Emily from Emily Kathleen Reads. I'll link both of their most recent ones down below. I love watching their like journal setups. And yeah, I just thought I would show you what I do with mine because I know some people when they get their first one, I'm talking from experience as well as friends, don't necessarily know what to do with certain pages. So I thought I would just show you what I do with mine and it might give you some ideas or even give you some ideas for like your journal or planner that you do yourself from scratch. So yeah, this is my planner setup. So I have the Little Inkling Design always fully booked planner that usually goes on pre-order around about October. I always have a pen like hooked inside here and at the moment it is the Illumicrate pen, which we got one of these in an Illumicrate box a few years back and then they usually have them actually at Yalk, and if you buy something from the stand they usually put one in with it. I think I only have two left and these are like my favourite pens to write with at the moment, so I need to try and get some more because they're great. But they have sticker pages. There's always one page of stickers. These are actually leftover stickers from last year's planner that I've just ripped out and put in here. Ash also gave me her sticker page because she doesn't use stickers. And then obviously I've got more. So I don't put my address here because this rarely leaves the house, not gonna lie. And then the first page, there's like a full like yearly calendar, which I haven't utilized this year, but I feel like I should. And then this page, I actually, when Fairyloo, Illumicrate, after like any of those announce a special edition that isn't part of their monthly box that I want to try and get, I put it in here with the date of the sale or pre-sale. So, and then I highlight it once I've got it. I crossed out the Afterlight Written in the Stars because I decided not to get that. I don't think there is any in March, but then I've got two in April. They don't have to be in date order, it's just when they get announced. So that's that page. I did realise I could have used this page for putting birthdays in, but you'll see those in another page. Next up, important info. I don't always fill this in, but it's like your star rating system. So 1 stars for me don't exist because I would have just DNF'd. 2 stars is hated it or rage read. 3 stars is it was okay. 4 is so close to 5 but just something stopping it, and then 5 is perfect. And then most anticipated books, I just put a few that I'm like super anticipating for this year, which this is repeated a few times in this, so I don't always fill this bit in. And then 2024 goals, these tend to stay the same every single year. I don't really change them much. So then we have these pages, I think there's 3, yeah. So there's 3 pages where it's like reading checklist. For this, I keep a track of all of my NetGalley eArcs, which this isn't as bad as it used to be. Like, I think beginning of last year, it was like almost 2 whole pages, but I've managed to like condense it down and read some. So what I do, this is all the ones I have unread at the beginning of the year on my NetGalley. Obviously, if I get any new ones, I add them to the bottom. And when I read them, I will mark the box in black and then put the star rating. I will say the black mark is once I've done the review, which I haven't actually done the review for this one, so I don't know why I put that in black, but we're not going to talk about that. So that's what I use those for. Hopefully I won't get to these ones because I'm trying to be good with not requesting things. So then we move on to this. I have not used this page on either of the 3 years I've been getting this. I kind of want to try to this year, but because there's not that many books and I read quite a lot, I don't know whether I should just do my 5-star reads. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. And then book series tracker. So I have a lot more series than this that I am in the process of reading, so I couldn't actually fit them all on here. So I just picked some of the ones I have physically and like off of my spreadsheets and just wrote them in here, so I had a nice little visual one. The ones obviously highlighted, coloured in, means that I have I've read that book. Some of these I don't have all of the books in the series, but then ones that the whole line has been coloured in, it means I have completed that series, which there's 3. Yay! Yay! And then if it's crossed out, it means I've DNF'd the series because I've DNF'd the Log Team series, unfortunately. But yeah, so that is what I use this, but obviously this isn't all the book series. If you watched my videos in January, you will know that. And then movie tracker, I actually need to add one because on Mother's Day, me and my mum watched Hotel Transylvania 3. So it's literally, I only use this for films that I've never seen before. So like if I rewatch a film, so like me and my mum watched The Marvels last month, I'm not putting that on here because I watched that last year as well, so it was on last year's. So I only put it if it's a first time watch for me. So I've watched 4 new films this year, and they've all been good. Then TV tracker, I don't have my purple highlighter, but I can actually highlight this because I have finished season 10 of Supernatural. So this is just some of the shows that I want to try and get to this year. Supernatural, I'm very slowly getting through them because me and my mum are just very slowly watching them. Good Omens, I was sort of trying to wait for the hype of season 2 to die down. I need to watch season 8 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Critical Role, I've just done campaign 1, 2 and 3. I kind of like highlight half of it when I'm like halfway through, or I've started it. And then once I've finished campaign 1, I'll highlight the whole box. And then Narcos, this is just individual episodes rather, but on season 3. I will add to this as I get through stuff, but I don't watch a huge amount. I should really put Bad Batch on here because Bad Batch season 3 is currently running and I'm watching that weekly. But anyway, quotes, I don't go through a lot of these pages. So we have 3 pages for quotes. And I'm going to be honest, I have only ever filled this first page here before. I think the year before last, I did like the first 2 on the second page, but that's it. I don't need that many quotes, but it's handy to have it because you never know. But I haven't got any for this year yet. Then we have my wish list. So this is basically everything that I put on my Amazon wish list. I will then write down here, and then when I get it, I will just mark the box off. So I ended up buying this myself because it was on a buy one get one half price in Waterstones and I was getting other things. So I've removed it from my wish list and just added it there. But yeah, this is everything that's on my wish list, just so I can keep track of it. 5-star reads, I don't tend to use this page because the first year I got this planner, I started to, and I got to here around about March, April time. So I give too many things 5 stars. I know what I like, and you know, I read a lot of 5 stars. So I don't see the point in using this when I'm not going to be able to put every 5-star read of the year here. I would like more pages for this, but oh well. And then this will be my favourites of 2024, so obviously one for each year. At the end of the year, my favourite book of each month, I will print the cover out, put the star rating. Let me get last year's to show you. Okay, so this is last year's. So this was last year's. I printed out the cover, and because the cover doesn't perfectly fit, I just sort of like coloured around based on what the cover was. I was really happy with how this came out. I think it looks really cute. So yeah, I just did that for last year, and I will do the same for this year. And then the next page is the A to Z challenge. So it's like a book starting, like try and read one book for every letter of the alphabet based on the title. Any book titles that contain the letter X or Y count for those letters. For a bigger challenge, titles starting with A or the don't count. I don't do that. I make it as easy as possible. These are the ones that I have done so far. Some letters I've read more than one book with that letter, obviously, but I just do the first one that I complete. So yeah, I'm already probably about halfway through, which is great. So yeah, this is quite fun. And then 24 books in 2024. What I did with this, the first 12 are the 12 that my friends picked for me for my 12 books for 2024. So I put those 12 there, and then I put 12 others here that I know I want to read. So I did sort of cheat a little bit with this, because I put things like Empire of the Damned, Bride, House of Flame and Shadow, Sleep Like Death, Lost Hero, ones that I knew I was going to be reading this year anyway. So I did sort of cheat a little bit with that. And as you can see, I've already done, so this was January's book, this was February's book. This is March's book, but I haven't read it yet, but once I have, it will get a star rating there. And then obviously I've read Bride, I've read House of Flame and Shadow, I've read Rise of Empire, Sleep Like Death, Lost Hero, and I DNF'd Harrow the Ninth. So I'm doing quite well with my 24 books, considering we're only in March. I'm quite happy with this. I like this page. And then we have the challenges. I really enjoyed filling these challenges in last year. So like we have the Fully Booked Reading Challenge, and it's things like a 2023 award-winning book, a book involving science, a book with your favourite trope. And this is like last year's. So I waited until the end of the year, and I would like, so throughout the year I would like fill it in pencil, and then at the end of the year I made it sort of like rainbow because this is me. And I really like how it ended up, but I didn't actually complete it because I didn't complete these 2 prompts. So we'll see if I manage to do it this year. I haven't actually looked into if I've read any of these yet. I have definitely read a book involving a sport, because I read Icebreaker, and that will work for that. So I'll write it in pencil there, and then at the end of the year I'll make it all pretty. And then the next one, on the cover reading challenge and the reading rainbow reading challenge. So I've already started putting stuff in pencil in these ones. I haven't continued yet. I haven't fully had a little think about it, but again, last year at the end of the year, I didn't end up doing it for this. I don't know why, and I didn't finish this one, but I was like writing in the colour. For these I use these pens. So it's the Stabilo 0.88 fine 0.4. These pens are great because they do not bleed through, and you get so many colours. These are great. And then the next pages is the genre reading challenge, the read through the ages challenge, and then the around the world challenge. I don't tend to do this one. I don't tend to do this one, but the genre reading challenge I really enjoy doing, and I've already done quite a lot of them. And then the read through the ages challenge, I actually did not manage to complete this last year. As you can see, I haven't finished filling this in, but this one's quite a hard one for me because I don't read a huge amount of historical. So I don't know if I'll complete this one. And then reading goal tracker, I've done this a bit differently because I will definitely read more than 126 books. So what I'm going to do when I hit here, I'm going to just washi tape a bit of paper in and do more numbers. But I'm filling it out in colour code based on the star rating. I quite like this page. I've not done this page before, so I'm glad I'm using this one this year. This page, I do not use this. I don't use this because I always know what the winner of this is going to be. It's going to be an Ali Hazelwood book if she has brought out a book in that year. So yeah, I don't do this one. And then this, I'm tempted to do this as sort of like a days that I have read. I don't know. I haven't figured out what I want to use this one for. And then this is a new edition, and I actually really like this because this is going to help me when it gets to my yearly stats. So like we have the monthly reading stats. So it literally has like the number of books, total pages or time, books, ebooks, audiobooks, DNFs. I crossed out 1 star because I never get 1 stars. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, and then average rating. So I really like that. And then you can have the total at the bottom, which is great. And then genre tally. This, again, I quite like this one. I don't know if I'll use it in my stats, we'll see. But it's interesting to see how many books of my favourite genres that I read, which I still love how fantasy's the highest, even though I thought I was a romance girly. But anyway, last year I didn't end up doing this page. I did it the year before, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll do this again this year. But this I did do last year. I didn't make it all pretty, but like I did do it so you could see. November was a very good month reading wise for me. I'm probably going to do it again this year, but make it a bit prettier. I don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet, but this is a nice page. I like this page. And then we get onto the blank pages. So I make these like, these are just like the dotted pages that you can do whatever you want with them, and I like to make them pretty with washi tape. So the first one I've used, I always have a blank one because I start from the back one and work my way in. So readathons, I didn't do any readathons in January. I took part in Series 2 BR-a-thon in February, Marvel-a-thon in March, and then Tomes and Treasures is going to be in April. I have an idea for one in May. I'm not sure yet though, but yeah, I will just put what ones I'm taking part in there. The next one, we're going to ignore the fact that I misspelt disappointing because it is very much stressing me out. I noticed it the moment I had written it in pen. I'm annoyed that I didn't notice it when it was still written in pencil. I don't know what was going on with that day. But yeah, so my 2024 favourites, I will put them in order at the end of the year in here. I'll show you last year's. So last year's, I put them in order from not my favourite, and then obviously I spelled it right. See, I do know how to spell disappointing there. But yeah, spoiler for 2 of my most disappointing. Anyway, and then this I put birthdays, so it's literally every birthday, like friends and family goes in here. I really like this page. But yeah, I think I will carry on doing this instead of using this for birthdays, because some months I have a lot of birthdays, and yeah, I like this set out more, I think. And then monthly, I can show you this because this is January. I tend to write the vlog in straight away in pen for every month, and then I will like write everything else in pencil until I know it's definitely going up on that day. I put ideas of things that I want to do for the month there. So I do that there, tick it off once it's done. I write my books that I'm going to be hoping to read in the month, and I got these cute little stickers that show whether it's an audiobook, just a book, or ebook. And then new releases based off of like what I put on my anticipated releases and whatnot. And then the week to week spread is just, I just like, if I know I need to edit or film on certain days, I just put it there and then I tick it when it's done, and obviously how many pages I've read in that day, which is why if I decide to do this as like what days I have actually read in the month, it's going to be really easy for me to go back and fill that in because I keep track of when I read and when I don't. And then obviously we have my haul, so when I get a book I write it in here. And then my read and wrap up, again I read a book, I put it in here. And then at the end of each month, we always get a dotted and then a lined. I'll show you another month as an example, but if I'm not doing a readathon, it will just be my May the TBR be with you for these. So this, the actual book name always gets just written in just a biro. But I use for these, I use Posca pens. So I have all of these are like the, these are the 1.8 to 2.5 millimeter. So they're like the big ones. But for the writing here, I use this small one. I need to get this in more colors, but this is the 0.7 millimeters one. But I really love these pens. These are great. I originally got like these ones and some others when I was creating my TBR board. And then I ended up getting more colors because they're just so much fun to like work with. And they don't bleed through, which is amazing. So yeah, this is like just a standard month. I'll put what I'm doing for my TBR game, but then I'll skip through all this because obviously this is the same. I also, the highlighter color is based on the color of the tab because I like my colors to match. But if I show you an example for another month, if I'm doing a readathon, my TBR is here, a little bit more compact, and then I will have readathon stuff related here. So obviously I printed out the bingo board, and then I printed out one that I could actually write the books I was reading for each one, and I coloured them in when I had logged them. For March, I'll show you March's. I actually printed out the prompts, the point system, and then I'm gonna have to print out another one of these to like washi tape onto it, and I'll show you what I mean by washi tape. So I read more books in February than fits on here, so I'll just get a bit of washi tape and a blank bit of paper, but obviously it'll be one of these and I'll put it there. And then at the end of each quarter we have these like quarterly check-ins where you can put current love, standout reads, memorable moments, like goal progress, reading stats and everything for the quarter. And I really like this. I think this is a really good little addition. I always fill this in at the end of each quarter. So obviously at the end of June there's a quarterly check-in, end of September there's a quarterly check-in, and then at the end of December, instead of a quarterly check-in, they do have the quarterly check-in for the end of December, but they also have just like the wrap-up of the year as well, which I really like this one. This is great. And then these are just some colouring pages. I don't really do much colouring unless it's on my app, like my app on my iPad, but these are cute. I might do these. And then I don't tend to use these review pages, I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of them and I just don't tend to use these. And then we have more dotted pages at the back, which and lined pages, and the only ones I've actually used here. So Jem, for her Discord, is doing a year-long readathon. I need to actually go through the prompts and see if I've actually filled any of them yet, but this is really fun and I really like this. And then Little Inkling Designs, who does this planner, did a printable romance trope bingo. So obviously I had to do this. I need to see if I've actually filled any other prompts, but I love this. This was great. And then another thing I love about this is just this little bit here. So in this little pouch, I keep track of what video clips I want to use for my bloopers for the end of the year. So I keep that. And then these are my little stickers. They're very cute. I love these. I got these off of Etsy stores, which were great. So yeah, that is my planner. So yeah, that was how I set up this beautiful planner. I will say, I know it seems like a really weird time of the year to do it. I'm doing it like 3 months in. But I obviously, where there's some things that like obviously with my last 2 pages of each month, like the blank pages you get, I wanted there to be like a few different examples of how I do it based on what readathons and whatnot I'm doing in that month. So I wanted to do it once I had a few options. So March was the perfect opportunity for that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. There probably won't be that many videos like this on my channel because, like I said, I don't make my own set out. It's already there. I just put pretty washi tape and Posca paint pens and stickers. But yeah, I thought this was a good little thing to show on my channel because I do talk about the planner quite a lot. I will put the website for Little Inkling Design. I'm not sponsored in any way. I buy this out of my own money. Yeah. But they do have a few different options on their website, and it's honestly the best planner. It's so worth the money. It is expensive, but for me personally, it's worth the money because I use it every single day. So yeah. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.